almost the new year and I am ready to create my very first vision board. I have never created one before because honestly, I didn't like the way they looked. I'm one of those type of people where I like the cookie cutter, like everything has to be curated perfectly. And so I was always kind of drawn away from creating vision boards. But based on what I want for my 2024 year, for me, my personal life, my family, and my business, I am inspired to go ahead and rip the band-aid off and create one for myself. It's going to be a little different. I can't tell you exactly how it's going to be created, but I wanted to make sure I created a video because it's that time of the year. It's like, I want to say December 28th or something like that. And I definitely want to make sure I have one before I go into the new year. So a couple different things that I have so far, especially if you are in the process of creating your own vision board. The first thing I did was I went on Pinterest and I basically saved a bunch of photos on a board that were inspirational to me. And when I tell you that board, it just really lit a fire in me. It was very inspirational. The things that I put on there, I have a bunch of pictures that I actually printed out that was on my vision board on Pinterest. And before, I used to create a vision board, but it was digital. So I would create a vision board in Pinterest every year, but honestly, I would never go back to it. So I would create it at the end of the year and then it would just sit there and I would never look at it again. And so this year I was like, no, I need something front and center on my wall, something that I can look at every single day. And so that's what made me make the decision to go ahead and print the photos out, put it on a board and do it this way. So the main categories that I'm going to be doing is family, business, and personal. I also printed out the different ones that I may possibly use. I don't know how this is gonna work out, y'all. I got some tape. I got some tape and I'm gonna show you the different boards that I have as an option. So the standard one, my original plan was to use my whiteboard. I have like 500 whiteboards in my house, if I'm being honest. So I thought that this would be a really good one. So this is the first option. But then as I was looking at different boards and YouTube videos on different vision boards, I got the idea to use these picture frames that I got on sale at Hobby Lobby. I have 3 of these actually, and they are 14 by 18. And the reason why these aren't being used is because when I was trying to get pictures printed using these boards, apparently different printing companies do not print 14 by 18. And that's probably why these bad boys was on sale. So I was like, what if I can do one for each category? So do one for business, one for personal, and one for family. That is more of my vision for my vision board. So then when I hang them up on the wall, all 3 of them are together. So that's what I'm going to try to do today. So the very first thing that I'm going to do now is cut these different pictures out, and then I'll come back to you guys after I finish doing that. So very briefly, I just want to show you some of the photos that I have that are supposed to be on my vision board. I'm already kind of thinking that some of these may not fit on there, and I also had some additional ones right here that I didn't even get to put on there on the table. But I'm going to cut these out because some of them can be a little bit smaller. And hopefully after I cut them out, I can curate something really nice so that they will all fit on my vision board. All right, so I have all of my pictures cut out now. Some of them didn't need to be cut out, and now I'm gonna cut these out really quickly. So here's all the cutouts. I got these all cut out, just random ways depending on what the image is. And now I'm going to start off by trying to use these 3 boards down here. I'm going to start off trying to use these, and then I'm going to see how it goes. So I'm assuming the best way to do this is to put them on there before I put the tape on there and just kind of get an idea of where I want everything to go. And then once everything is where I want it to go, then I can add the tape. So I do want it to be inside the frame, I think, so it can have like that shininess to it. So I'm gonna try to do that and then see what happens. What I'm doing is I flipped the picture that was in here. I flipped it backwards so that way it could be like a white background. And what I'm gonna actually do is, this will probably be easier each year. So whenever I get ready to change it out, well, I don't know if it's gonna be easier, but I'm gonna try it, see what happens. I kind of feel like I need to tape the back down like this though, so I'm gonna do that. Child, we got an issue. So I'm putting stuff on my board and I'm quickly realizing I ain't got a lot of room to put these pictures over here. And when I be seeing people's vision boards, it seems like they be having a lot of pictures on there. So what do? I'm gonna show you. So like this one is flooded right now. And then this one is like okay, but this one is also flooded. So it's kind of like, and then I still got all of these. And obviously I already knew I wasn't gonna be able to put everything on here, but I haven't been able to like put this stuff on here or anything. So I'm gonna have to figure this out because I'm back. I ran out of memory on my phone. But I'm going to prop you guys back up so I could try to figure out how to get all these pictures on my vision board. So giving you an update on the vision board. It was hard, but I got it done. I was able to get all the pictures on here. Well, not all of them, but the important ones on here that kind of drives the message home. And so now I just have to tape these down so that I can put them in the frame. But I think it came out pretty good. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to use some of the photos that I wanted, and then I had to play around with where I wanted each picture to go, because if you haven't noticed, like, mine is very structured, as you could call it, I guess, because I didn't like the look. I tried the look of collaging it, and this way I just feel matches me a little bit more. So now let me go ahead and tape these down. So I was creating my vision board, but I have to pause because I gotta get these orders to the post office. So that's what I'm about to go do real quick. Bring these orders. Hold on, let me see if I can crop you up. Perfect. So I actually got my camera on the orders in my little box. But let me put these in the car real quick. Let me drop these off real quick, and then I'll come back and finish doing my vision board. Okay, I'm back. I had to go and ship my orders for my planners real quick because the post office was about to close, so I had to go and do that. But I'm back, and I only have to do this last one, the business one, and then I'll show you all three. Okay, so let's talk about it. So my vision boards are officially done. It was a lot harder than I anticipated, honestly, but the hard part is done. So now I can put them in my frames that I have over there. But I just want to kind of quickly discuss why I have 3 vision boards, show you what's on them specifically, and why I put this stuff on here. So this one is, originally it was supposed to be family, but I ended up changing it to travel because the biggest thing that I want for the family this year is for us to travel. And I didn't really have like family oriented pictures because it didn't really make sense. I do have 2 boys, but the things that I want them to accomplish this year is not on Pinterest. So the traveling is what makes the most sense. I love sushi, so you're gonna see sushi a couple times on my vision board, but I want for our family to go on a cruise next year. I want for us to go to Universal next year, take flights, and just, I want us to travel next year. I feel that we have been under a rock, not intentionally at this point, but we have not been put in a position financially to where me and my family can travel. And so this is really, really big. And I love the way it turned out. I think that this looks really, really cute. I also have on here for manifestation, I attract opportunity, and I'm constantly attracting everything that I desire in my life because this is what I want. So that's the travel one. And then this one is my personal one. I didn't put the personal one on here. Like, I had a cutout that said personal. I put vision board because this one is going to go in the middle anyway. I love sushi, y'all. I want to be eating tons and tons of sushi. To me, sushi symbolizes that I got money to eat out. If I can spend money on one thing that I love, it is food. And next year, I want to be able to eat unlimited amounts of sushi and any other kind of food that I want next year. So that's what that symbolizes. I want to get married next year. I've been engaged for quite some time now. We have not been able to prioritize us actually preparing for the wedding and doing all those things. We have been focused on other areas. And I know they say you're not supposed to be engaged for a long time, but hey, this is our story and we okay with it. But I do want us to seal the deal next year, so I'll put that on there. I want to get an upgrade on my car. My dream car is an Audi. Now, this is not necessarily something that I want for next year per se, but it is something that I strive for. So like if for some reason I become a millionaire next year, I will definitely have this car, and I want a pink one. And then I want to do a lot more of like connecting with people, business owners, a lot more workshops, a lot more just in-person stuff. So that's why I put that. I also have my planner company, and I may be releasing a book next year depending on how things go. So this to me is just like, I want a lot of book signing opportunities, just people purchasing things that I create, in short. And I want us to get the house that we want. I don't necessarily want us to buy a house next year, but I want us to get a luxury looking house next year. So that's why that's on there. And I also put on here that a lot can happen in a year, because I think that we underestimate the amount of growth that you can see in a year, and it can be very transformational for your life. So I want to make sure I put that on there as well. I also put, I will be the first millionaire in my family, and all the money that I spend comes back to me multiplied. I think those are very, very good for me to look at on a daily basis. And then my last one, which is my personal favorite one, because I'm a business girl. This is my business one. And this one means a lot to me because I work so hard at my business, guys. If y'all could see the amount of effort I put in my business, it's not even funny. I want to get really, really big on shipping products. So shipping my planners. I really want brand planners to become something big next year. I want to have money on top of money on top of money. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Like, I want to be financially free next year. I want to not have to worry about money. I want my bills to be on auto pay. I want to do speaking engagements. I have some other things on here, like in reference to making sales. YouTube is a big focus for next year. I'm going to be prioritizing YouTube, and I want to get my play button next year. One of my goals is to hit 100K on my YouTube channel, and I want to make over 100K in my business at this point. I'm past the goal of wanting to hit 6 figures. I want to make a lot of money next year. So I'm going to be working really, really hard to that. I want to grow my audience to the point where I can have in-person events and have hundreds of people come to my in-person events. And I am going to be vlogging and creating a lot of video content. I also put podcasting on here because that is also going to be a way that I'm going to be creating a lot of content for my brand, and hosting classes. I cannot wait to start hosting classes, retreats, in-person events. So this is all the things that I feel very, very excited about for 2024. A couple of quotes that I put on here that are specific to me and helping me with my money mindset issues. Because one of the things that I feel that I really struggle with is pricing. So I put on here, charge the real price, they will pay it, because if something is valuable enough for people, they will absolutely pay it. And then I also put on here, every month my business revenue increases, because I see my business continuing to grow as I build out the different things. And then I also put on here, if not now, when? And this is to help me eliminate my procrastination, because if I don't do it now, I'm probably not going to do it later. And so I might as well just go ahead and do it now. The last thing I have is my brand will touch 1 million, because my brand is going to touch 1 million people. So those are my 3. The last thing that I have to do now is put them in the frames and figure out where the heck I'm gonna even put these vision boards. Ooh, who would have knew that part was gonna be hard? But it's done. Oh, wow. Wow. So this is the final product. And when I tell you, I am in love with my vision board. At first, I was kind of skeptical, okay? But as I put it together, now I am seeing the vision come to life. And it looks like a whole little masterpiece. I love it. It was actually a lot harder to get them in these dang on frames than I anticipated. And I really think it's because the frames are cheap. So it was just really hard. But I think it got the job done. And this was just some frames that I had laying around the house. And I love that it has this, you know, like the frame part on there. So that way it's just like it's solidified for me. So I have to hang these up and then we'll be done. It's the next day. And now I had to run to Walmart to pick up some of these because the goal is for me to hang up my vision board with this. I don't like what's on the back of the vision board. It's a pain to hang it up using that. I've tried to do it before. And so I'm going to put these on the back and then I'm going to show you where I'm going to hang it. So this is my little office area in my room or my desk area. And I did have two whiteboards right here. I had one right here and then I had another one right here, which I actually gave to Michael, but I'm gonna have to find somewhere else to put this. And this is technically like my Q4 goals, like my weekly workflow, my goals of the year. And I'll do a separate video on how I keep track of all that stuff if you want. Just put a comment in the comments below if you're interested in that. But the other one had like other stuff on it. So I'm gonna take this down and then I'm going to hang up the vision board. So this is an example of how I plan on hanging these up. So you basically stick these on here and then I'm going to put another one on top. So I'll show you how to do that real quick. You just basically put another one on top like this and bring it in like that. And then you peel this off and this keeps you from getting a bunch of holes in the wall. And I personally try to hang up my frames like this if they're not too heavy like that. And so then I'm gonna stick these onto the wall and hopefully I'm gonna do this one first. Hopefully it's gonna stay because sometimes if it's too heavy, it'll fall. So I'm doing 4 so that it has extra sturdiness, but we'll see. Okay, it looked like it's good. That's so pretty. All right, so now I'm gonna do the rest of them. Okay, one more. And that's a wrap. I love the fact that I was able to put them right in front of my desk where I work every day. I'm gonna close these blinds over here so it won't be as much of a glare because I want to be able to show you guys. Yeah, hopefully that'll take some of the glare off. So let me see if I can get a good little picture of it. So this is how it turned out. I think it looks amazing on my wall. I sit here every single day when I'm working, and so now I get the opportunity to look at it every single day. Now, I don't know if that's perfectly aligned. I don't really care about that. I try to get them as close to the top as possible. But this, what do you call it? This balancer is a game changer for hanging picture frames and stuff. I'll link this in the description for anyone that wants to do the picture frames for their vision board, because this really does help to make sure that it is balanced. but it looks good. I really, really like it. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? Have you made a vision board for 2024? Drop that in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.